Tonight on Huckabee Rewind.
Hey, man. My name is, oh, God.
And I'll never forget, my daddy got up to preach and he said, "Our Father and our God," and this voice went, "Yes, go ahead."
If there's an older couple in the front seat, probably wasn't an accident.
I've been black 55 years, and not once have I met a brother named Bing.
And communication is the most important part of talking.
Dr. Fauci said that this is protection. Well, bring the cameras, bring the fake news, get in here.
Apparently, bitterness and sarcasm isn't part of Dr. Gary Chapman's love life.
Meet my cousin's truck stop, Ferris wheel in prison. Welcome to Huckabee Rewind, a night of laughs. I'm Keith Bilbrey. All of us here at TBN have been missing Governor Huckabee since he was appointed U.S. Ambassador to Israel. So I thought it would be fun to rewind the clock and take a look back at some of my favorite moments from the Huckabee Show. Now, tonight, it's all about the laughs. And with more than 7 years of shows to pick from, it was hard to narrow them down. But I thought a good place to start would be some of our regulars. Collectively, Jeff Allen, Chonda Pierce, and Rick Roberts made over 30 appearances on the show. Here's a taste of some of the laughs they brought through the years.
People ask me all the time, after 30 plus years, how do you keep the romance alive? I said, we don't. Who needs that kind of pressure? It took me 20 years to get Tammy's expectations low enough of me to where I can meet him on a regular basis. Not that we don't try. I mean, we're reading a new book called 5 Love Languages. Dr. Gary Chapman wrote a book called 5 Love Languages. Tammy and I have read that book twice because we haven't seen our love language in there. Apparently, bitterness and sarcasm isn't part of Dr. Gary Chapman's love life. See, my parents had their own love language. My parents were married 57 years before my mother passed away. And they spoke their own language. That last Christmas, we knew would be Mom's last. She was going through ovarian cancer. We knew she wouldn't make another year. And she was sitting on the couch doing her crochet. The kids were on the floor watching a Christmas movie and something. My dad was in his chair. And then out of nowhere, my father starts serenading my mother in their special love language. My mother didn't miss a beat. She puts down the crochet, she goes into the kitchen, comes back 10 minutes later with 2 hot dogs and a soda pop for her husband. How cool is that? So that night, I'm laying in bed with my wife, and I ask her, "Did you see that today between my parents?" She goes, "What? That whole thing with my parents?" She goes, "I did." And I go, "You think we'll ever get there, you and me?" Tammy says, "Shoot me if we do. You start hawking hairballs at me like that, it's over." That was one of the most vile, disgusting things I've ever seen in public. And don't get me wrong, we still try to get romantic. We just save it for special holidays. Turns out Tammy's favorite, leap year. Didn't even know that was a holiday. I'll just dim the lights and put on Sade. She'll go, "Wow, has it been 4 years already, Tiger?" All right, come on, I'll get the good flannel on tonight, come on. No, we're married, we try. We just know how much time and energy it actually takes, and we prefer to watch Law and Order. She falls asleep at 9:15 every night. My wife, you could set a watch by her body. At 9:10, I'll look at her on the couch. It's like a gas leak goes off in our living room. "Hey, babe, maybe you should go to bed." I'm fine. What are you, a 5-year-old? Quit fighting it. Go to bed. You be quiet. This is my favorite show. Poor woman has seen the beginning of every Law and Order for 5 seasons. Now they come on and rerun and she yells at me, "I've seen this one." Well, give it 20 minutes. These guys are falling down. We got politicians just falling down. Biden's falling down. McConnell's falling down. This is what happens when you get your spine made in China. Whoa! Did I say that? Oh! It's a joke. Don't email me.
So it was just interesting interesting times. And people are always saying how intolerant these days are and how mean these days are. And I'm like, are you kidding? Have you ever sat on a church board? This ain't nothing. Just try to get that budget passed at the church board, you know, because we were so desperate one year for a sound system. Our church needed a sound system so bad because, you know, my daddy was the preacher and he was a spitter. And we wanted to get those microphones with the little spongy things, so after the sermon, you could just ring them out, you know. Because he'd get to spitting and preaching and carrying on, and we finally got him to get us a sound system. Now, we got a sound system at Radio Shack, because nothing is too good for our church. And every now and then, on a real clear, sunny day, you could get somebody's CB radio or something would come in on the speaker on the floor. And I'll never forget, my daddy got up to preach, and he said, "Our Father and our God," and this voice went, "Yes, go ahead." I got saved. That scared me to death. This is the truth. I am widowed, and it's a difficult time. And about 4 years after being widowed, my girlfriends think they're going to help me move on. They signed me up for online dating. Now, this is either going to be the best material of my career or the saddest thing I've ever been through in my life. They signed me up for Match.com. That was a terrible thing. Christian Mingle, which there's some mingling on there that's not too Christian. I just thought I'd say it. And then there's Plenty of Fish. That's a good one. Plenty of fish in the ocean, fish in the sea, something about fish. Actually, the whole thing has nothing to do about fish. And I found that out the hard way because I love to fish. And so I was trying to strike up a conversation with one fella, and I asked him what kind of lure does he use. Yeah, he sent me the picture. I wrote him back and said, "You ain't gonna catch nothing with that." I don't know. I don't think I will ever marry again because now, at this stage in my life, I got a CPAP machine. That's so sexy. I had to have the test. This is the truth. I went to do the sleep test where the doctor watches your sleep, listens to your sleep. I was like, well, record it. We could, I talk in my sleep. I could have ended my career, but anyway. But I had to do the sleep test. My score, 30 is severe sleep apnea. I scored 71. I know, she says I was an overachiever. And so now I have the whole CPAP thing, and I told the Lord, there's just no way I will ever get married again and, have an intimate moment. Especially if he's got the tube under his nose. We could get tangled up in our tubes. We could be wild and nasty and not even try.
I found out a few weeks ago I got the high cholesterol, and I mean high, 425. Yeah, that's the highest in my county, so I get to go to regionals in a couple of weekends. I've been eating butter to get my numbers up, Trying to get out of the brisket bracket this time around. Yeah, my doctor didn't laugh. He said I needed to change my diet and my exercise programs. And I'm like, buddy, I can't do that. I don't have either program running right now. He said, why don't you ride a bike 3 or 4 times a week for an hour at a time? I said, I'll tell you why not. I'm 51 years old, all right? It's not that I can't do it, but let's be honest, you see a man my age on a bicycle, you don't think he's exercising, do you? Do you? You're like, that poor guy had a repo or a DUI, right? So, if you're not laughing, you rode here on a bike. So, ching, ching. Lucky for me, I haven't had to discipline the children too much, and that's a good thing for both of us because when I get angry, my voice gets higher, and it doesn't sound authoritative. It sounds more like Bernard Milton Fife from the Andy Griffith Show. It's hard to spank them when they're laughing. I'm like, hey, stop doing that. Nip it in the bud. What do you think you're doing there, buddy? You better put that down.
Yeah, we got a real big show tonight. VIPs only. I'll take care of it. Hold on now.
Yeah, right.
You're not on the list, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure I am.
You need to nip it, buddy. Just nip it.
Seriously?
Yeah. Whoa. Well, this is big right here. Ray Stevens, Mr. Stevens, what an honor. The street, get Tarzan. Wow, what an honor.
Well, thank you. You know, you're quite a VIP also. Love your new movie.
Oh, thanks. I just did a little bit of acting, you know. You got it. Let's get you all settled in here, Mr. Stevens.
Thank you.
We got a really big show to do tonight.
Yeah, we really do.
Well, I always felt safe when Barney was on patrol. More laughs are on the way, and next, comedy gets the presidential treatment, Huckabee style. Stay with us. Welcome back to Huckabee Rewind, a night of laughs. Here on Huckabee, politics and humor were never far apart. And when those two worlds collided, things got funny in a hurry. Take a look.
What a crowd. Thank you. Trust me, you are a fantastic crowd, and being here tonight with you is huge. I can tell you that, Mike. What a crowd. Quite a crowd here today. Adorable deplorables, right? And to all the millions of you watching, I say vote for me, and let's make this a slam dunk and make America great again. Again. Yes. Now, look, I know that you all know that I'm not really Donald Trump. Okay, would you like to meet the real me? Would you? Would you like to meet the real me? Great. How do you do? I'm George W. Bush. Oh, it's good to see you. And I approve of Trump's message. Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you. I guess it's true what they say. You can't keep a man down good. Yeah. You know, people say that I'm a globalist. Well, duh. The world isn't square. Whoever thinks that should be locked up in a padded trapezoid. You know what? Scientists also say that I'm dyslexicon. That's just stew dip. I wish Laura could be with me here tonight. Lovely Laura. You know, when I first met her, she was a librarian. That's why I checked her out in the first place. She helps me with my peculiar vernacular. She helps me with my speech. You know, being an influencer is a lot like influenza. Both are contagious. That's communication. And communication is the most important part of talking. That's right. Good communication is only 15% verbal, which in my case is a good thing. Although I often boogerize my English, I'll have you know, I am fluent in over 9 different body languages. Some of which I had to give up when I got saved. Just saying. Communication starts with the letter C. And I like the letter C because it's also a word. I see you. A 3-letter sentence that's so important that every hospital has a wing named after it. C is good, but D is my favorite letter. You know why? Because it's the first letter in the word W. So in closing, whether you're a liberal or a Democrat, a conservative or Republican, please vote, please pray, please do your best for the good old US of A. God bless you.
Well, this is actor Robert Wagner. That's right. I have a question for President Ronald Reagan. Mr. President, when would you declare a person legally dead? When the heart stops beating or when the brain stops functioning?
Oh, well, I would have to say when the heart stops beating. Good Lord, if you determine it by the brain stops functioning, you would wipe out half the Senate.
Well, this is Clint Eastwood. I'm not sure if I had 6 questions or only 5. So I'm just gonna ask one. My question is for President Nixon. Can you tell us about your childhood?
Well, when I was a little liar growing up in Whittier, California, nobody liked me. I was a loser. I really was. I never did anything right. I used to wet my thumb and suck my bed. But I was never a boozer, though. I was never into liquor, never. Well, a couple of drinks that I did indulge in. A subpoena colada, I drank one of those. And an impeachment brandy.
This is Mr. Haney from Green Acres. And I have a few genuine questions for President Carter. President Carter, what do you like about President Joe Biden?
He makes me look good.
And what do you like about Vice President Kamala Harris?
He makes Joe Biden look good. That was funny. I wrote that myself.
And Mr. President, do you think Joe Biden's presidency is picking up speed?
Oh, of course. Things always pick up speed when they're going downhill.
Well, this is Donald J. Trump, and I'm right here. First of all, Joe, how's your campaign going?
My name is, hey, you chumps out there. Hey, man. My name is, oh, God. Joe Biden. Joe Biden, that's my name. You know, President Harris and myself are doing an outstanding job as President and First Lady. Senator, whatever it is. We're doing the work right now of 7 people. 7 people. Grumpy, dopey, sleepy.
Like, remember the Chinese spy balloon? It left China and it came here, and Joe Biden didn't find out about it till it was over Montana. By the time he got down to the Situation Room, they shot it down over South Carolina. That would have never happened under Trump. As soon as the balloon left Beijing, he'd be awake, 3 a.m. What's happening? A balloon? I'm gonna tell the people, bring the cameras, bring the fake news, get in here. I've just been told there's a great big balloon coming from China, folks. This is not a regular balloon, it's not a birthday balloon. A Chinese spy balloon. Horrible. One of the biggest balloons you've ever seen. Absolutely huge. It's absolutely fantastic, this balloon. We have very weak leaders. They're not popping the balloon. I would have already popped it by now. You put me up there, I'll pop the balloon. If we don't pop these Chinese spy balloons, next Mexico will send a spy piñata like you've never seen before, believe me.
The laughs keep coming after the break, and things get particularly dicey for Trey. I'll explain when we return.
Just want to grab one here for the claims adjuster. Here, let me just, there we go. It's smile. That doesn't matter. There we go. Okay, perfect. Right.
Huckabee Rewind, a night of laughs, is back. I'm Keith Bilbrey. Comedy and danger often go together hand in hand, as our band leader, Trey Corley, learned the hard way. Take a look, if you dare.
So what I want you to do is stand here center stage for me.
Okay.
And face the audience. Feet together.
Okay. Feet together.
Hands to your side.
Okay.
Just go ahead and stare directly into those lights because you'll be walking towards them soon enough. I'm just kidding. You probably won't even get severely maimed.
Thanks. Oh my gosh.
All right, now, Trey, this is gonna serve a few different purposes, all right?
Okay, gotcha.
Now, if at any time during this routine you get scared, you can pull the toilet paper down around your eyes and use it as a blindfold. Or Trey, if any time during this you get hurt, you can use the toilet paper as a bandage. Or most importantly, Trey, anytime during this you get like really, really scared, you can use the toilet paper as toilet paper.
Yeah.
So that's a poop joke.
Should have worn my brown pants.
Try not to poop. Okay.
Poop. Good.
Look at you like a whiter trash Willie Nelson. Good talking to you. All right, Trey. Now, before I have you take a seat, okay, we're gonna take a, I don't want you to get dirty, so we're gonna lay this sheet down. I'm gonna have you lay down flat on this.
Okay.
That way you won't get dirty. And at the end of this, we'll be able to wrap you right up and slide you in the ambulance. So it should be good. So just take a seat nice and easy.
This way?
There we go, perfect. Okay, now just sit up. There we go, Trey.
Okay.
Yeah, tone and sculpt. There we go. Okay, now Trey, safety is a #1 priority here at the Huckabee Show, okay? So I'm gonna give you a little bit of extra cushioning here, okay? We're gonna grab this here, and we're gonna just put this in here, and now we're just gonna wrap it up, Trey. We're just gonna wrap this up, buddy. This is 2-ply toilet paper. Very, very comforting. This is 2-ply, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but for this routine, Dr. Fauci said that this is protection. So that's what he told me. Tony Fauci, he emailed me and he told me, he goes, this is Big T. His friends call him Big T, is what his friends call him. So it's gonna lay it down and sleep, delicate Trey. You sweet, sweet boy. All right, now Trey, all right, buddy, first things first, I'm gonna have you close up shop a little bit, all right? Your friends in the audience right there, okay? Now, Trey, real quick, buddy, before we go any further, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
All right, do me a favor, put your right hand in the air for me, please, real quick. This is just a brief formality that Governor asked me to do before we start here. Just go ahead and sign your name right there, please. Thank you. It's just a nice legal thing. It just makes it easier for when the police get here. That's... You know, actually, here, while we're at it, Trey, sign this one, too. Jeez. Now, you just bought a timeshare in Aruba. Thank you. That's very nice. Put that back. All right. Whoa! All right, Trey, here we go, buddy. 3 knives walking over the top of you. Okay. Oh, man, these are so slippery. There's still blood on this one. Okay, wait. Just, you know, a lot of times when I do this routine, people think I'm using, you know, a fake knife or these are props. Governor, if you would do me a favor, I want you just to verify for everybody this is in fact a real knife. It is, you can hold the handle, feel it. It is legit,
real.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Thank
the real
you, sir.
deal.
I just needed to get a fresh set of prints on this.
Yeah.
That's all. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh, you're gonna get in so much trouble. I'm gonna use this one. That one's safe with me. All right, Trey, you know what? I want you to be able to go back to the band. I'm gonna give you one final piece of precautionary equipment, okay? I want you to take this. We're gonna put this on here. I want you to just kind of cover up the best you can with it, okay? Just cover, do what you need to do. Sorry, just real quick, I just want to grab one here for the claims adjuster. Here, let me just, there we go. It's smile, that doesn't matter. There we go, okay, perfect, Trey, we got this. All right, Trey, 3 knives, walking over the top of you. Don't try and stop me. Trey, I don't know if you're giggling or having a mild heart attack or what's happening right now, but in all seriousness, my friend, I am gonna be right over the top of you, juggling these 3 knives.
Oh, okay.
Truthfully, just do not move around at all, okay?
Great.
Because this is how we lost Grandpa. Ruined Thanksgiving.
Hey, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. It's great to be back here on the Huckabee Show, and I'd like to start off with a little bit of participatory comedy. I need someone to help out. How about a Trey?
No, they have done this to me before.
Come on, buddy.
You put no. No. I am not doing this again.
It's not bad. Come on, man.
They did this to me before. No, I'm out. No.
Trey.
Get Keith. He's got 1 foot in the grave already.
Yeah.
Get him. No, I'm out.
What am I gonna do? Well, I tell you what. I think we have a backup in the governor here. Would you like to see the governor help out?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I'm not sure about this, Max. I've seen your stuff.
That man left faster than a toupee in a hurricane.
All right, what do I got to do?
Back on.
Is
Listen,
it safe?
I know you're a man of faith, and so am I.
Good.
I appear at a lot of faith-based events around the country. I'm always talking about faith, and at corporate events, I talk about courage.
Yeah.
And you're going to help me work on that tonight. So I'm going to draw your silhouette on the board.
Oh, okay.
I'll throw the knives around your silhouette.
Uh-huh.
If all goes well with the practice run,
Yes.
we'll put you back up here and do it for real.
I'm sure we will. Did my wife put you up to this? Is that why I'm doing this? I'll bet she bought a different policy for me today. What do you bet?
You have a lovely shape, by the way.
Thank you. Nice and round.
You're not my type, though. Not without dinner, drinks, and a long prison sentence. Take this one over just a little bit.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, now, you know the ironic part of doing the drawing is if I mess up on the trick when we're throwing for real, the authorities will do the exact same sketch with chalk on the floor.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm thinking. This could be a chalk outline on the concrete outside somewhere.
All right, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you.
I bet so.
Okay, now turn your...
Whoa, Aaron. This guy could work for the TSA.
Let's step back to the throwing area and let the games begin. Now, for safety reasons, in case there's a ricochet, you need to just stand well away from the board.
I think that's a great idea.
I want to be safe about this until I put you back up there and start winging knives in your direction. Knife number 1 to the right side of your head, the right side.
Okay.
Oh. Beautiful. Knife number 2 to the left side of your head. Beautiful.
Huh.
Number 3 will be thrown underneath the hulking left arm.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, that was right on the line.
Yeah. Right on the line. Right on the line.
Thigh goes to the thrower. Knife number 4 underneath the right arm. Now, number 5. Number 5 will be thrown into the no-fly zone.
Will I be singing soprano this Sunday at church?
Somewhere between your right leg and that artificial one on the left.
Oh!
That could lead to a bladder control problem.
Yes. No, I just had that right now, thinking about going back up there.
Right in the transgender. Okay, obviously, Governor, I need more practice. Would there be any way that I could talk you into actually getting up here and me throwing knives?
No, there's really not anything you could ever do or say or pay me.
I guess that's a good idea for the future of the show. But lucky for you, because I'm throwing knives that are heavy enough, sharp enough, and throw fast enough to actually go clear through that board to the other side. But fortunately, I have a backup plan. Ladies and gentlemen.
I love it.
Give it up
This
to
is
Trey.
awesome.
Little treat for you there, buddy.
Oh, that's fantastic, Max.
Great job, Trey. Now, I prefer my lollipop without the stunts. After the break, we roll on with a group of comics that will have you hearing voices when Huckabee Rewind, a night of laughs, returns.
Because if you mix up the voices, I would sound like her, and I would sound like him, and I would sound like you. And that would not look good.
Welcome back to Huckabee Rewind, a night of laughs. Comedy can take on many forms, from prop comedy, impersonation, slapstick, observational humor, or one of the hardest styles, ventriloquism. Throwing your voice in many different styles and inflections is an art of its own. And some dummies are easier to work with than others. Sorry, Mike, that came out wrong. But you'll see what I mean. Take a look.
So how good are you at performing like Elvis?
Well, I was second to Austin Butler for the Elvis movie.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, okay. So you almost got the movie.
I certainly did.
Okay. So is there anything else? Well, let me ask you this. What do you think about what's going on in Washington?
I think we need a little less conversation, a little more action, please.
I think so, too. I think you're absolutely right. So do you think, politics and everything, how do you feel about it?
It's got me all shook up.
Well, that makes sense.
I have to sleep with a teddy bear.
Okay, well, of course, these are all Elvis songs. We love that.
I need someone to love me tender.
Well, I understand that. So now, Governor, so you actually, now your voice doesn't sound like Elvis.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. So, can you give us a little thank you very much?
Thank you.
No, not like that. We want you to do it. Can you do it like Elvis?
Yes.
Okay, do it. Thank you very much. That's good. That's really good. That actually sounded a lot like Elvis. Now, Governor, I know everybody is waiting with bated breath. Are you ready to sing for us?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so excited I can hardly stand it.
Okay, well, this is gonna be great. So, are you ready? What are we gonna do?
I thought we would do the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Oh, that sounds good. Are you ready for this? Battle. Let's get the key here. What is the key here? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I could have done that.
Well, sorry, I just have to get it right. Okay, here we go. Ready? Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Am I done?
Not yet. We have to do the big ending.
Oh, there's a big ending?
Yes, there is. So here we go. Ready? Is true. Is Are you ready to do the last high note?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you.
Where was your last puppet job?
I was a CPR dummy.
A CPR? Oh, you're one of those people they practice CPR on.
Right.
That must have been wild.
It was weird, man. You're laying there, right? People are breathing into my mouth.
Okay.
It was disgusting.
Okay.
One guy got really carried away.
What do you mean he got carried away?
He was hugging me, rubbing my shoulders, kissing me on the cheek.
Who is this?
Joe Biden.
I have somebody I brought along with me here. This is somebody who's kind of become the favorite in my act. She keeps me on the straight and narrow. Her name is Aunt Tilly. Bring her down. Here we go.
Well.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. How you doing, Tilly?
What?
Say, how you doing?
Well, I'm all right. I can sit up and take nourishment.
Well, that's good. Glad to hear that.
I had a little cough the other day, but I'm doing better now.
You had a cough. I see. What did you do for it?
I went to the doctor.
Okay. What did the doctor do for you?
He gave me a laxative.
The doctor gave you a laxative for a cough. Did it help?
Oh my, yes. Now I'm afraid to cough. Hey, Mike, can you come over here, honey?
Sure.
Come on over here.
I will.
Come on over here.
I will do that.
I just wanted to sing you a little song.
Oh,
Can I do
okay.
that?
You're going to sing for me?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Trey, you can just, do what you can. Now, just a minute. I'm just going to sit down on your shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my. Be careful,
My wife
Mike.
will be jealous, but you go ahead. Just stay put. That's fine.
I feel a cough coming on.
Tilly, don't do it. Don't do it, honey. I guess she's either going to cough or something. I don't know. It depends.
I'm thankful to be back working again. I can't even tell you how nice it is to be back working. We just finished a 4-month contract on a cruise ship.
That was a long time.
Because we have a large family, my wife and I, we have 5 kids, 4 still living at home, which made for a very long pandemic, for 18 months at home. We had to be creative with the kids, right? Made blanket forts downstairs. We even went camping in the driveway in our SUV.
No, that was because we couldn't pay rent.
I'm sorry. We even tried Zoom shows.
That did not go so well.
Well, there were issues.
Internet slow issues.
Imagine you'd be in the middle of a show and all of a sudden you can't move anymore. You're like not moving at all.
Is the thing actually gonna go now?
Is he gonna look? His mouth isn't even moving. Are you kidding me?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. It was buffering, right? Buffering.
Yeah, didn't like it.
If you've ever thought about becoming a ventriloquist,
Don't do it. Unless you have a good psychiatrist.
they say there is a fine line between ventriloquism and schizophrenia.
I think you crossed that line.
Well, you have to keep the personalities separate.
And the lines separate.
And the voices separate.
Because if you mix up the voices,
I would sound like her.
And I would sound like him.
and I'll sound like you.
And that would not look good.
I don't like it.
I want a voice back. Hard to sleep at night.
Woo! Thank you.
I remember you when you was a baby. You remember me when I was a baby. That's what you just said. You had the biggest head of all the babies in the incubator. And I can see now the swelling still ain't gone down. When you was in school, you was in Head Start. You was the head of the class. Look, Uncle Rufus. You're not gonna be talking about me all night. We ain't gonna have no show. I used to work with your grandmother down at the Walmart before I retired. I didn't know that. Yeah, we was the greeters. The greeters, yeah. She would greet you on the way in, and I would greet you on the way out. Well, what would she say? Welcome to Walmart. What would you say, Uncle Rufus? Where is your receipt?
So I want you to do a joke about the current administration.
Not yet. Why not? I'm just biding my time. Think about it, Mike. You'll get it. Sometimes he's a couple horses short of a buggy ride.
No, that's... So anyway, no, seriously. You know what? Do that Hillary one we used to do.
What?
I emailed you a bunch of Hillary jokes. Tell one of those.
I don't remember. All my Hillary emails got deleted.
Well, then... Yeah. Well, we want to thank Mike.
And we love him, and it's like she said Mike is a model husband.
Well, good job, Mike.
No, it's not. I looked it up in the dictionary to see what that means. A model is a small representation of the real thing.
That's... Well, we love the Huckabees.
Yeah. In fact, she said his teeth are like stars.
Oh, they're shining.
No, they come out at night. Yeah. So every night before they go to bed, she says, Mike, I'm gonna brush my teeth, and if you pull yours out, I'll brush yours for you.
We are not here to pick on Mike.
Yes, we are. Keith and Trey gave me $20 to do it.
All right, that's Jeff for everybody.
Up next, a hilarious version of the name game when Huckabee Rewind, a night of laughs, returns.
I met a little boy the other day, Tyrone, with a Q. He said, my mama said the Q is silent. I said, tell your mama the Q is stupid.
Welcome back to Huckabee Rewind, a night of laughs. The best comedians can take something mundane and turn it into something hysterical. The next group of comics do just that by asking the question, what's in a name?
What else can I tell you? I'm married. My wife and I are very blessed. We have 3 kids. We have 2 boys and a little girl. Buddy of mine had 4 boys, finally had a girl. His first thought was hallelujah, so they named her Hallie. Isn't that sweet? Yeah. So my daughter's name is Vasectomy. We call her Snippy, so. Snippy Cho, keeping score. A little late over there, that's okay. My boys' names are Jackson and Grant, because we knew they're gonna fight. Late again. So I've been married 23 years. My wife's never said anything instantly stupid I could talk about on stage or on TV until last year. I was doing a show in Cabo, had a couple nights off, so they gave us tickets to go hear this Mexican band. My wife and I were walking down the street to go hear this band, and I'm looking at the tickets, and there's no name on there. So I said, hey, honey, I wonder who we're gonna go see, because there's no name of the band on the tickets. And she goes, yeah, there is right there, see? No Camaras. I said, honey, that's no cameras. So then she's chasing me down the street because I'm texting the kids going, you're not gonna believe what your mom just said. We get home a couple nights later, they have Latin music playing. My wife goes, what is that? And they go, no Camaras!
Thank you so much. I am Mark Christopher Lawrence. It's my birth-given name. It's not a made-up Hollywood name. You know, there's a lot of Hollywood made-up names out there. Ving Rhames, for example. I've been black 55 years, and not once have I met a brother named Ving. We like, as a people, we like to throw the Q around. You know, Shaquille, Shaniqua, Aquanetta. I met a little boy the other day, Tyrone, with a Q. He said, my mama said the Q is silent. I said, tell your mama the Q is stupid. I was lucky. My brother named his kids after things he likes. Cars he can't even afford. Porsche and Bentley. I got a little fat nephew, Hummer. My mother took my name right out of the Bible. You know, nice, strong biblical name, Mark, New Testament. You know, let me say this. If you use the Bible as a reference to name your child, you have a responsibility to read the chapter in which you found the name. So that people can know and your child can know what you are saying with it. You don't want to get that phone call at kindergarten going, come and get him! Beelzebub is the devil.
Thank you very much. My name is Moody. It is a nickname like happy, sad, angry, glad. It's basically just a name I've had in the South. I've grown up in the South because people can't pronounce my real name, which is Mahmoud Molavi. I was born in Iran, and that's the welcome I normally get, so thank you. And the policeman offering security this evening, you could hear while I got quiet, you could hear like the safety just went off the gun. That boy said he's from Iran. That is the biggest Iranian I have ever seen. I didn't know they had corn in Iran. He might be a Trojan horse packed full of a whole bunch of little Iranians. I've grown up with that my whole life, man. We moved to the States when I was 6 years old, and you know, all I wanted to do was play football. You know, and football in the U.S. is different than it is in Iran. You know, they put these pads on you. I'm like, I just want to play football. You know, like, yeah, you're big enough, boy. Just sit right there. People bounce right off you. You know. And they made me change my name because they couldn't pronounce my name. They're like, yeah, we can't do that Mahmoud name. And I had 2 brothers. I had Majid, Mehdi, and I'm Mahmoud. And the little lady signing us up, she's like, no, we can't say these names. I was the youngest. I was the biggest, and the other two were delicious. So my mom is from the South, and my father is from Iran. She's Methodist, and he's not. So later in life, I made them both a little angry with me when I became an Iranian Southern Baptist. People was like, what's that? Is that a joke? Like, no, I was born in Iran, and I go to a Southern Baptist church, and I praise with more spirit than anybody else in my church. They're all like, hallelujah. Mine's a little different. Hallelujah. My pastor's out there watching this, and he's like, yep, that's it, man. We sure miss it when he's not in church. Everybody's always got their hands raised up and praise, Like, I think they're just scared. He's right behind us, what do we do?
I love asking people their names. I had a woman in the show, I said, what's your name? She said, Chantel. I said, no, please do. There was another guy, you're gonna love this, Governor. His name was Corey. I said, Corey? He said, yeah, but with a K. I said, I'm sorry, I pronounced it with a C. And there was a kid in the audience, his name was Dallas, and I said, that's a great name. He said, yeah, my parents said that was the city I was conceived in. And I thought about this, my uncle did something similar. You should meet my cousins, truck stop, Ferris wheel, and prison. Now Ferris wheel suffers from vertigo. Look at that guy Googling it right now going, vertigo.
Well, you don't have to Google anything. I can tell you that more laughs are on the way as we tip our hat to some more great comedy right after this.
Whenever you see a car that T-boned a bridge or drove over a cliff, if there's an older couple in the front seat, probably wasn't an accident.
Welcome back to Huckabee Rewind, a night of laughs. In an hour's time, it's impossible to fit in the hundreds of comedians who've graced our stage over the years. But I couldn't let the show get away without highlighting a few more honorable mentions. Watch this.
I was a high school teacher for 12 years. That was cool. You guys don't care about education? Awesome. It was interesting. I had a weird job. I was the in-school suspension teacher. That was tough, Sometimes I feel bad for some of the kids they would send me. Like one time they sent me a kid from ESL. You know what that is? English is a second language. And they sent him to me because he accidentally broke a window in class. So I'm looking at the referral. I say, Jose, how you accidentally break a window in class? He said, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. The T-shirt, he called his teacher a T-shirt, by the way. I thought that was funny. He said, the T-shirt said to me to crack the window. So, I said, what? He said, the teacher said to me to crack the window. And I say, are you sure you want me to crack the window? She said, yes, I cracked the window. It's not my fault. And listen, as a teacher, you're not supposed to laugh. I laugh my behind off, man. You ever laugh so hard you fart a little bit? Anyone? Is this? Oh. Then I started feeling bad for the kid. Not because he broke the window, not because I farted in his face. I felt bad because I was like, man, what if this kid doesn't change? Can you imagine that 10 years later, he's doing the same thing? He's at the police station. The cop's like, Jose, why'd you shoot that Chinese man? He's like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. The boss said to me, do you want a cappuccino? And I said,
My wife likes us to go on day trips in our car. Not easy for a husband and wife to travel together in a car. After you've been married a while, it's sometimes dangerous to be in a confined space with no witnesses. The main problem is the design of the passenger seat. You know, back before there were cars, you would have like a horse and buggy or a stagecoach or a chuck wagon, or for those with motion sickness, an up chuck wagon. That was back when riding shotgun meant riding shotgun. The passenger's job was to watch for robbers or hijackers, give them a speedy trial, and then announce the verdict loud and clear through at least one of the barrels of a .303. Well, eventually some sissy figured that was not politically correct, so the passenger's job changed from hired killer to navigator. You'd hear mom giving course corrections to dad or clearing her throat real loud so he'd know he was going the wrong way. Then along came the GPS. Well, now a man could get directions from some little gizmo that never made a judgment or held a grudge. The only downside was the passenger now had nothing to do. Yet, there they were. Sitting right up front. They could reach the knobs and dials on the dashboard, control the radio and the heater, and so on. And worst of all, they had time to talk to you. And you were trapped behind the steering wheel and couldn't get away. Whenever you see a car that T-boned a bridge or drove over a cliff, if there's an older couple in the front seat, probably wasn't an accident.
So this lady's coming out of heart surgery. She sees God standing at the foot of the bed. She said, am I going to die? God said, no, you have 30 more years. She feels so good, she stays in the hospital. She gets liposuction, gets her breasts enhanced, her neck pulled up, an eyebrow lift, her nose fixed, and collagen in her lips. As she's walking out of the hospital, she gets hit by an ambulance. 2 days later, she's standing in heaven. She runs into God. She said, I thought I had 30 more years. God said, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. I'm 1 year older than Bugs Bunny and 4 years younger than Porky Pig, so I can tell it's a few senior jokes. Harriet and Harvey were married for 65 years. They fought every day of their lives. Harriet passes away. She's standing at the gates of heaven. St. Peter said, Harriet, nice to see you. Only one thing you have to do before you come in. She said, what's that? He said, you have to spell the word. She said, what is it? He said, love. She says, L-O-V-E. He says, come on in, Harriet. Harriet steps through the gates. St. Peter said, Harriet, I've been standing here all the day. I really need to go to the restroom. Will you watch the gates? She said, I just got here. She didn't know what to do. St. Peter walks away. Harriet turns around, and there's Harvey. He said, Harvey, what are you doing here? Harvey said, Harriet, I felt so bad after the services today. Just went home and laid down and died. He said, well, Harvey, only one thing you have to do before you come in. He said, what's that? She said, you have to spell the word. He said, what is it? She said, Czechoslovakia.
Oh, boy, that was fun. I hope you've enjoyed a look back at some of the laughs we've shared over the years on The Huckabee Show. I know I sure did. Feels great to be back in this studio where so many memories were made. Join us next time for another installment of Huckabee Rewind. Until then, I'm Keith Bilbrey. Good night.